All right, it is 1:59 in the morning, January 16th, 2024, and just got my first cup of coffee ready. So I am going to drink this, get myself situated here, get up a little bit, wake up, and yeah, that's it. We're going to get ready to rock and roll today. Got a big training session ahead, got a busy day at work, so I'm going to have a couple more sips of this coffee, and then we'll sit down and go over a few things and get ready for the training session this morning, because that's what we got to do. So see you guys in just a little bit. All right, it is time to mix up the pre-workout. Just going to go over a few things. I might hit some questions and comments. But yeah, it's getting close to go time. To be honest, haven't even decided what I'm going to do yet, but by the time I get down to the gym, I will have that figured out. So we will see. Feeling pretty good. My chest is definitely feeling it from yesterday. Really sore, good sore. And as many of you probably know, if you're sore like the first thing in the morning after a lift, the day before, you're only going to get more sore as the day goes on. Usually I'm sore, like I said, during this no days off, everybody, is questioning. The question is, rest and whatnot. And like I said, with this instinctive training split, it's really, again, feeling the muscles, feeling muscles out, getting to know your body, and, training the muscles that are ready. So obviously, my chest is sore. It will be sore throughout today. Definitely sore tomorrow. So I won't be seeing chest again for probably another 4 days, just all depending on, the training and what things feel like. But it could be sooner, could be after, it doesn't matter. But like I was saying is, feeling sore in the morning, a good sore. It was definitely knowing that I got it in, and things are still progressing, right? So I know being sore is not the overall kind of say all to progress, but muscles definitely got broken down, and when they're recovered, they will be rebuilt again. So, that's just how it is. So, chest is definitely feeling sore from yesterday. Yesterday was a really, really, really good chest workout. Really happy with that, especially being 2 weeks. So today is Tuesday, January 16th. So we are exactly 2 weeks into the cut. So just want to touch base on that quick. The cut is going really, really well. Feeling really, really good. I am down. I want to take water into consideration during this process, during the front end of any cut that I've ever gone into, and this being kind of the lesser of them. I'm not really looking to cut tons and tons of weight, but anytime I go into a cut, water is a huge factor in that. So, I really don't want to take that in consideration, but if I was to take the water into consideration, we're talking a solid 8 pounds. So I'm down about 8 pounds in 2 weeks. I've stepped on the scale during this process where it was, close to, 8.5, almost 9 pounds. And again, considering the water and whatnot, I kind of find a balance in there for, the current weight loss and where I'm at. So I want to make sure that I'm actually losing the weight and not just water weight. Because as many as you know, you can cut water pretty easily and get way more than 8 to 9 pounds off of you if you really wanted to, just in a couple days, just flushing a system of water. So I want to look at the real weight that's been kind of shredded off in the last 2 weeks. So we're probably looking at right around 8 pounds, putting me into the low to mid 240s, again, all depending on, when I weigh myself, meals, and that kind of stuff like that. So really good, really happy with that. And like I said, I'm not looking to go crazy with all of this. The intensity in the gym is just going to be what it is. It's always all out. It's always all in, and I want to make sure that I have some cushioning. If you know, as I know, getting real low is with the kind of volume and some of the weights that I'm using and stuff like that. I can slowly progress into that and keep the intensity, of course, and the work capacity and everything that I'm doing at that level. But it always gets a little more risky just because I don't have that cushioning. Tendons and ligaments and different things start to dry out a little bit when you start depleting out and start really cutting. So you want to do it slow, and you want to kind of every day is a different different body, so to speak. So when I get down and I'm ready to train, I am so in tune with what's going on for every set and every rep that I know. Essentially, I'm being as smart as possible. So there's that. There's a quick update on the cut. Really going well. Really happy with it. Not yesterday. I think it was Sunday. Sunday, I was absolutely starving. And to be honest, it was a little bit miserable, but I know for a fact that is a huge plus, huge positive. I had the refeed day on Saturday, and then I jumped right back into the diet on Sunday, and I would say by probably 10 o'clock in the morning, my metabolism and my body was just completely destroying everything that I ate on Saturday. And then I was absolutely just starving all day. It just seemed like I couldn't, get food. I was just hungry all day, which was miserable. But at the same time, it was, I know what's happening. That means it's working. Hunger is definitely a sign that things are working. And you gotta just stay focused, So, I was hungry, but it was it's a positive day in a sense, because I know that, things are happening, and, the metabolism is kicking up. The body's like, what the heck's going on? And, the weight's coming off. So, that's a great thing. And overall, as I said, feel great. Today is day 150. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but feel great. Chest feels really good. Really good workout yesterday, but overall things are going really well. So I have the pre-workout started. As you guys know, I will sip on this. I'll replenish it with some more water, and then add my my BCAAs in, and I will have this during training. So that's all ready to go, and the pre-workout is starting to get into the system. So with that, I'm going to hit a couple questions and comments quick. That came in on Monday, which came in on Sunday, which was just a bicep day. I had to do a pretty quick workout, so I just decided to do biceps. It was a really good day. So I'm gonna have some questions and comments on that, and then we got a ton of questions and comments, or just comments in general, from yesterday's video, which was the chest and tricep day. So I'm just gonna hit a couple of those. I'm not going to go through every single one of them, just because I want to get rolling here. It is pushing 2:30 in the morning right now, so it is almost go time. So let's start with the bicep day that came in, the questions and comments that came in on that day, which was yesterday. No, I'm sorry, which was Sunday. I'm all over the place. This is Sunday's workout. This was day 148. This was a bicep day. So first one here, chunk iron chest, weight, a PM workout, best arm blaster on the net. Show everyone you don't need fancy stuff. Just need to put in the work and get it done. Where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, so the arm blaster, master blaster, or whatever you want to call them. I know, if you're an old school hardcore meathead, you have your typical blaster arm apparatus, which goes around, your master blaster arm apparatus, which goes around, kind of curves to your body, and then you can put your arms in the groove. I don't have one of those. I really like using those from time to time. So I've, over, just again being creative and using what I have. I use a 2x4. And it's a little awkward at first, but I've been doing them for a little while, and you really adjusted to them. And it is really a total change from your typical preacher curl. It's a total change from your traditional Master Blaster kind of curling apparatus. It is just it really, really forces isolation and getting a decent range of motion with the biceps. So I really like that. I use a dip harness or a dip belt, and I wrap that around my neck, and then I put the 2x4 in there, and I use it, and it really works. It's really nice. I wouldn't say it's like, it's better than every other preacher curl or isolation curl you can do, but it is definitely a good one. So yeah, I appreciate that comment and shout out to you for that. But it was a great movement to use for biceps for sure. Daniel Andrews 2637, that 2x4 is super funny. I look around at your equipment, see serious collection of every variety of movement possible in the one scrap piece from repairing your so yeah, I mean, again, just be creative. Even in the sense of, me having, a good amount of equipment and the ability to do a bunch of variations. I think that being creative, jumping outside of the box, comes second nature, and something that you just start thinking of things, and things happen, and that's one of the things I like to talk about, is that once you understand this old school kind of this hardcore, free weights, barbells, dumbbells, and plates, you really start to, things become second nature to you. You really start to become creative in the gym to get things done and adapt to certain things, adapt to your environment. I can pretty much go anywhere and create a workout. I mean, there's just, and keep it foundational, keep it old school, I can pretty much do it anywhere. You just got to be creative, and things just happen like that. But either way, shout out to that, appreciate that. Outlaw Josie Wales, $50 for an arm blaster. I think not. $0 for an old 2x4, and $50 left for protein pancakes. BG in the house. Hell yeah. Shout out to that. Appreciate it. Peter Miller, hey BG. Now that was some serious hardcore bicep training that checked all the boxes for the old school moves. Let's keep it going. Absolutely. Let's see if I have any questions in here. No specific questions, just comments on the training. So let's jump into yesterday. We'll start hitting a few of those. Like I said, quite a few of those come in. Got one here from Nye. Wow, insane beast mode at 2:30 a.m. Your family must be deep sleepers given all the noise being made that early. Laugh out loud. Let's go. Yeah, it was. I had my there was. As you know, I usually don't have music in the background. My headphones weren't ready, so I went right to the stereo. I got an old stereo system down there, and. Got some pretty cool old school bands that I like to listen to. A lot of Section 8 yesterday. That was the band that was primarily on. They were a local band way back in the day, a hardcore band. I just liked the music, and again, like I said, my headphones were dead, so I put the music on. And being that Section 8 was a local band and not mainstream. We didn't have to worry about any copyrights or anything like that, so I just had the mute tune. It was good to switch it up too. It was good to have some tunes in the gym and crank the tunes and to get it done. But yeah, it was early. The family definitely slept well. My daughter was telling me later in the afternoon when I got back from work that she could hear me down there, and I asked her, was it because of the music? And no, she said, no, I could hear your voice. And I said, the music I thought was way louder, but again, that workout was insane. I don't like, I just, it's like almost in a sense, I don't want to sound like, this badass or what, but like there's some of that work I don't even remember. I mean, I was in it, and maybe it was just a switch up different, switching up the environment just with some music, right? Go from headphones to not headphones. I mean, again, there's so many little changes that mean so much to, keeping your workouts. It's not just about the splits. I mean, change the environment up a little bit, even to the point, if you got a home gym, every once in a while, not obviously like every week or every month or every year, but every once in a while, rearrange the gym. I guarantee you, clean the gym, rearrange the gym, play music, wear headphones, don't play anything, change the environment, and I guarantee you it will change everything. I know, just the littlest things. I mean, rearrange things just a little bit, create a new environment in your home gym, and I guarantee you'll have a different workout. Guaranteed. There'll just be a different workout. Things we adapt to change. We are, naturally want to take change on, and I think if you make these small little changes in the moment, the body adapts in a positive way, and you could get more out of your workout for that. Keep changing things, keep things constantly evolving, keep the body guessing in many different ways, both mentally and physically. So I think that little change from headphones to music was a true game changer for that chest and tricep workout yesterday. It really was. So, but the family did make a few comments later in the afternoon. So appreciate that. Got another one here from, it says Nicole TTIVNC 553. Love your workouts. You kick ass and a monster. Idea for your food. If you like olive oil and garlic, I fill a bottle of olive oil and leave 3 forced garlic cloves inside. Total game changer, especially good when you put it on steak before cooking. I never tried it, never heard of it. Sounds like a pretty good idea. Appreciate that comment, feedback. I did respond to a lot of these, but again, I'll just elaborate on some of the ones that I did respond to. We have one from Necro Cold. Let's see here. I can remember back less than several years ago at a commercial gym when I get 2 plates on incline for like 6 reps. 1 and 2 plates is now my warm up. I think the best pump is incline bench press. Hands down, you're going to obviously use less weight. And if you're properly warmed up, much less chance for injury. What's the heaviest you've done on incline? Took 2 scoops of pre-workout. And for the first time in my life, actually hit a double with 4 plates. On front squats, 335. On safety bar squats, paused squats, second felt light, and those were really deep. That's awesome, bro. Appreciate the comment. The heaviest on incline, as I mentioned in the response, back when I was a little heavier, during somewhat powerlifting days, power building, kind of maybe in off season, not in a training cycle, but just kind of trying to build some muscle and whatnot in powerlifting kind of world. That I've had 365 on the incline bench for reps. I never really maxed out on the incline bench, but definitely pushed some reps with 365. As far as incline and chest. It seems to get the question a lot about incline and chest, and as opposed to flat bench or comparing it to flat bench barbell press. As I always kind of say, for me, each movement has its purpose, and I don't say that incline's better than flat or flat's better than incline. I think they both have a very specific surface, and depending on how you have a mind-muscle connection for those movements is key. I utilize a flat bench when I'm not looking for strength. So if I'm not powerlifting, I'm utilizing a flat bench to build thickness in the mid-chest and really build a wide chest. So that's the focus. I use a much higher approach as far as the bar line. Powerlifting, a much lower kind of bar line. And with what I'm currently doing, I'm using more of a mid to neutral kind of bar line because my elbows aren't tucking as much. and the focus with flat bench is really kind of on width in the midsection of the chest, and really a squeeze at the top, getting blood in there, of course. And then incline, what I like to do with incline, if you'll see in the videos, and depends, I do variations, and I move the bar line for incline as much as I can. But for the most part, for incline, the goal is the shelf of the chest. So, the up top of the chest into the neck. And the focus really becomes on that. So I really have much more of a squeeze for incline up here rather than down in the mid chest. And I'm really looking to build the shelf of the chest. So I'm imagining, building a shelf, building the upper chest when I do that. And what I'll do is I almost, my bar line for incline for the most part, although I change the bar line from time to time, is I like to bring the bar right to my chin. And depending on how I'm feeling for that day, bring it a little bit deeper and just barely kind of touch the upper top of the chest. But for the most part, I keep away from touching the chest during incline, and I use the bar line. I use the chin as kind of a gauge for that bar line, and it really helps me with building that top end of the upper part of the chest. So, but again, for the question in the sense of not necessarily was this a question, I understand that, but just in response to training in general for chest, use them both, and they all use them as they have their own purpose. So flat and incline both have their own purpose. I like to make sure I never say one is better than the other. They both have their purpose. So let's see if there's any other. Got one here from John Rossi, 54. Great stuff. I wanted to ask you if you had any advice for those who have shoulder tendonitis. I'm doing an ultrasound. Do you have some advice? Thank you, my man. Keep killing it. Tendonitis, shoulders. I've been fortunate enough to not have any shoulder issues. I've had. I'm not saying it's like they're perfect. Of course, there's days when they're sore. My mobility, obviously. After all the years of training is not what it used to be, but I don't have any injuries. I don't have tendonitis. I don't have constant pain in my shoulders. My shoulders feel really good on specific movements like bench and shoulder press and military press and whatnot. So they feel pretty good. As far as tendonitis, I've definitely have experienced tendonitis in other areas, my elbows and different things like that. And I've always been a firm believer of high volume, lightweight for those areas, and get a lot of blood in there and being consistent as possible to how much you can tolerate of getting blood in those areas. I think getting blood in those areas is essential to helping with tendonitis. No, I'm not. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm. I could be going totally against what people are advising you to do. But like I said, I'm not advising anybody to do anything, just kind of giving you my take and my experience. Getting a lot of blood in there, if I ever foresee or if things start to go south with my shoulders, things could happen at any time, or my elbow, whatever it is, I think it's very important. For instance, if you were to tear a rotator cuff, right? So let's say you had a partially torn rotator cuff and you're 50 years old. Your doctor's probably going to say at 50 years old with a partially torn rotator cuff, not fully torn, partially torn, we're not going to go in there and repair it. You're 50 years old, partially torn, you gotta figure it out. We can prescribe physical therapy. Well, what they're going to do in physical therapy is they're going to use all little movements in order to strengthen all the muscle and little muscles around the rotator to take tension and pressure off of the rotator. So as you build those little muscles and muscles around the rotator, it'll start taking pressure off the rotator, alleviate pain, and give you some longevity before eventually the rotator tears completely or what have you. So I'm a strong believer that, going forward, or with little injuries and different things like that, I think it's so important that you build all the little muscles around those little injuries. And it's tedious work. It could be physical therapy type work that you have to do as a kind of a subset workout, a recovery workout type thing in order to do that. But for the shoulder, there's tons of different movements you can do. Physical therapy kind of driven movements that will really help build the muscles around that area. So, that would be my advice, and or feedback. Again, like I said, just my own kind of personal opinion and thought to that. But hope all goes well, John, with getting that tendonitis situated in your shoulders. Cody Olivia, my man, took all the pre-workout today. Love the intensity. Bring it. Definitely was definitely a good workout. Definitely got after it. Chunk iron chest, finish it. Badass, man. Keep on grinding. Let's see here. Mr. July 2020. Let's effing go. How old are you? We train similar, but I might have a few years on you. 39. And let's see here. Then the last one we're going to hit here is from Jeff C 9713. Rocking the plaid, channeling your inner Ronnie. Laugh out loud. Love it. Yeah, the plaid on. Yeah, representing old school, right? So. But either way, appreciate that comment. All right, so with that, I'm going to take a few more sips of this pre-workout. Went a little bit longer than anticipated, so it's getting closer to 240 now, 245 it looks like. So we're going to get ready to rock and roll, and we'll see you guys down in the dungeon for, I don't know what's coming, but I'll figure it out when I get down there, so we'll see you guys down there.
Last one. Finish. Let's go. Goodbye. Let's go, 5. Last one. Huh. Oh. Oh, come on. Come on, finish. Come on. Whew. Hold on. One, two, three, four. Oh. Whew, let's go. Last one. Come on, finish. Finish. Come on, 10 more. Come on. Five. Boy. Buddy. Come on, 5. Whew. Get 5. Last one. We'll finish. Let's go. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, God. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, finish. This is it. Come on. Oh no. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, come on. Let's go. 10 more. 10. Oh. 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 Oh.